Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm thrilled to see you here today. I'm Rita Hickman, body-mind expert, Shiatsu massage therapist, and my specialty is helping women who are in toxic or narcissistic relationships get strong enough to really put their life on track, to either stand up and walk away, to find their voice, to get a new job, whatever it may be. I help women gain that strength back again. So today we're doing a week of ways to heal after narcissistic relationships. And hey, Garcia, one of the things that that really ends up, let's say, bothering me, hey, Chanel, is the anger and the aggravation and the blaming, hey, Kim, that happens around most narcissistic conversations. Now, I completely understand that narcissists and toxic people, it's virtually impossible to not be angry pretty much all the time, or most of the time, because, they're constantly doing things which aggravate you. And especially if you're trying to heal after something, having those buttons constantly pushed, having your thoughts constantly on the negatives, on how you need to fight back, on how they were evil and out to get you, all of those things may very well be true. Hey, Anne Louise. However, according to the body-mind science, the more that we focus on those things, the more that we don't do things to distract us, the more we allow ourselves to kind of ruminate and be in that place, the more our brain wires that way. And I like to give myself time to process through my emotions every day, to kind of keep up on it. But after a certain amount of time, it starts to hijack your life. And so you're going to see a lot of information out there. Hey, Kellyanne, you're going to see a lot of information out there on narcissism, on how, they're evil, that they're out to get you, that this is how they're manipulating you, and this is what they've been doing to you all the time. When we come from that place of feeling so insecure and like, how did we get blindsided by somebody who's clearly, mentally ill, or, we start to really question ourselves. And going in that direction, going in the direction of, how could this happen to me? Why am I such a failure? Letting your mind move in that direction will just really reinforce all of that. It'll keep you from feeling strong, and it'll make you feel worn down and exhausted and hijacked and stuck, and you're not going to be able to get anywhere. When you start to focus, and Buddhism really focuses on this and talks about this, when you start to focus on the benefits and the joys in your life, when you allow yourself to be present to the miracles and the happiness that actually is around all of us all the time. Hey, Sharon, when you train your brain and your nervous system to move in that direction, it becomes easier and easier to be stable and authentic and intimate and caring with other people. Because when we allow ourselves too much time to really strengthen that bond between, they're out to get me and my life is, a living hell, or whatever it may be. And that's in some ways probably very true. But if you let yourself move down that path, it's very, very hard to break out of. It's so much easier to become the person that a narcissist doesn't want to be around, to become the sort of person that isn't interesting to someone who's toxic. That's one of the best ways to really evolve and grow, is to not be angry at the narcissist or at the toxic person, but instead really evolve as a person, to work on our own wounds, to give ourselves compassion and that nurturing and that nourishment. We only have a few gray tablespoons of conscious mind in our head. And it only has so many receptors. It can only think so many thoughts at the same time. And so you get to choose what direction you want to go. Do you really want to focus on how miserable this person has made you? Hey, Lynn. And trust me, I get it. It's very hard not to feel miserable when a toxic person is randomly attacking you or criticizing you or minimizing you. I totally get that. However, that's not in your best interests. It's not in your best interest to allow yourself to go down that path, to obsess about what narcissists are like or toxic people are like. The most beneficial thing that you can do is to work on your wounds. Hey, Natalia, to work on creating the community around you that loves you and supports you, to work on the positive things in life and rewiring your brain and rewiring your nervous system so that you can stay in the most productive, efficient, fun, wonderful place possible. And what happens as a natural side effect is that the toxic people and the narcissistic people start to fall away because we're no longer the person that they wanted us to be. We're no longer the victim that they can be a bully to. So I want you to think about that. I want you to spend a little bit of time today and focus on the miracles of life and focus on the joys of life and how wonderful it is to be alive and how wonderful it is that spring is coming and that trees bud out and that that life is miraculous and beautiful. And when you move down that direction, you wire yourself to be in a really wonderful, positive space. If you stay in the other direction of being victimized or feeling victimized or constantly feeling angry and being in that space, you wire yourself in that direction. And that's what you start to, that's what starts to form in your life because that's what you think about. But when you think about the beauty and the magic and the miracles and the gifts and the gratitude, that's what starts to create more in your life as well, okay? So I hope you have a great rest of your day. That's your homework assignment for today. Hey, Sherry, I want you to spend at least 10, 15 minutes and look at the beautiful things in life, even that maybe the narcissist has given you, even the struggles, and look at them in the most positive light that you can. Because if you do, that is what will move you forward and get unstuck and move out. It's when we stay looped in that pain and that anger that we stay stuck and the relationship never really changes and we never really change, okay? So you are welcome, Chanel. I'm so glad you're here today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope I do. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.